Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's Blonde Sisters.
From Other Misters.
I'm Desiree Savvy Diva.
I'm Michelle MUA.
And we have a guest that has returned, Kelly with Perfectly Imperfect.
Hello.
So, we are here. So let's talk about last week's episode.
Yeah, so if you looked at last episode, we were watching the podcast.
The Future Wifey podcast.
Future Wifey podcast. And Michelle and I, we hadn't watched the whole video, but our instant reaction to it was like we were angry. So we decided when we ended the episode, we was like, let's go back, look at the whole podcast episode and come back and discuss it, and also bring on a guest who may share our same opinions
or give a different
thought process. However, we watched the podcast and then there was a follow-up podcast episode, and now our opinions have slightly changed. But before we get into it, we need to talk about our weekly rant as well as crazy ass news. But weekly rant.
First of all, how was everybody's week?
It was crazy.
Crazy?
My hot water heater broke.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Cold showers on deck.
I was showering at work because it was.
Girl! Oh my gosh!
What time did you have to get up?
Early, because I had to go shower at work.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Did you get it fixed?
I did.
Oh, great. My
week was full of doctor's appointments, so
not yours. No. Oh, you don't know yours. Yeah, yours.
Yeah, they were all my appointments.
Oh, yes.
And so my last appointment, really, I walked out of it pissed because I couldn't be seen, but it was the fault of someone else's, and so I have to reschedule. And anyway, so
you got a new baby. You should tell the people.
So
let's see the new
baby.
The young lady sitting to my right coerced me into getting.
It wasn't hard.
Everyone
this
knows
is the most cutest little baby.
Baby cute.
So everyone knows that 4 months ago I lost 2 pets in 5 days, and so one of them was Roscoe, and I was like, I'll never get another cat. I'll never get another cat. I don't want no more. And then Kelly sends me a picture of her newest, and Brittany is upset about it. So of course she's gonna have to
talk about it.
So Kelly sends me a picture of the new addition to her family, and then kept pressuring me every morning with pics of the baby.
I was giving her daily doses of Blue.
And then she sends me the rest of the litter, pictures of the rest of the litter. And so I was like, maybe I do want another one. I don't know. So listen, I told her yes the other day, but I was just saying it, right?
No, she wasn't.
And then we decided we would, invite Kelly to come for this episode. And so she says, I'll bring.
No, she said you could bring my new baby when you come.
I was really playing,
no,
right?
She wasn't.
She didn't say nothing else to me about it for the whole week.
I didn't need her to say anything. She already said, you can bring my new baby when you come.
However,
that's it.
She didn't confirm, right? And
everyone, meet Rebel.
Meet Rebel. Rebel is like, what is going on? It's too many lights, camera, action. And so I'm going to put Rebel back in the arms of his Uncle James right now, and we can continue.
Because Uncle James is falling in love with Rebel.
All day long.
Okay, so what was your week like?
So the week was, it was regular, but I participated in a pride parade yesterday downtown.
How was that?
It was amazing until it wasn't. So, no, it had nothing to do with the parade. The parade was like phenomenal from start to finish. I was tired. So I walked almost 8 miles cumulatively throughout the day. So what had happened was.
And it was a bit hot.
It was hot.
It wasn't that hot. So when you're on the parade route, you don't really feel the heat. You just like walk through and like da da da. And it was just, once we started moving, it was good. It was the standing there and waiting that made the problem, right? So we had to line up at 12:30. We didn't actually start moving and walking. What time did it take you? Almost 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Because I was like, send me some
So you were standing that whole time?
Well, no. So we had a casualty. Somebody passed out. And then, like, we found some steps to sit on. But, oddly enough,
4 hours of standing, waiting.
So what had happened was we walked off and got pizza. From this really cute restaurant. I can't remember the name of it, but it's on the corner of 14th and one of them other ones. So we went and got pizza, and then they had like ginger beers and stuff like that. So we had that. So we were like hydrated, and had a good time. The pizza was the bomb. It was oh my god, it was so good.
Y'all lost track of time.
We lost track of time a little bit. So and then we sat on the porch of somebody else's house. I couldn't imagine being a resident of that area and having that many people just standing around. One, they couldn't park on their road, and then like there was no parking on the streets at all. So there was no parking within like 5 miles of the store. So there was no parking at all. And then when I got through with the march, it took us about 2 hours to walk it, which wasn't that bad. We walked from 16th and R down U Street, then down to 14th Street, walk all the way down 14th Street, down to the very bottom of where no longer 14th Street exists, and we turned that left on Pennsylvania Avenue, walked all the way down that, turned it right on 9th Street, and I was like, I thought we was done, Anyway, we had a ball. So it was just really nice. The people were out. I saw 3 sets of titties. And various butt cheeks and various sundry of
like on the street, or you were
on the street and in the parade. No, so there was one gentleman that had on some fishnet pants,
and his cheeks was out,
and everything was out. And then there was another lady who had these star pasties on and a belt.
Okay.
So they was sticking without.
So that's the whole outfit with the pasties.
The pasties and the belt.
Because it was hot and humid out there, so they weren't like sliding on.
I don't know. Okay. I wasn't investigating that
hard. Already out.
Like, I mean, it was out. It was just a titty. It was a whole titty with a sticker. And I was just like, ooh. And then there was several people in like full like costume, like animal fur costume. I'm like, no, y'all hot.
I said in the text you sent me, I said, who was that?
Whole costume on, child. So anyway, it was a blast. It was a blast. It was a blast. It was so fun. Walking down the street, seeing all the people, it made me think that maybe the world isn't so crappy. There were so many people who were really enjoying being out and just living the way they want to live. So it was really, really nice.
And not focusing.
That takes a lot of courage to live out and be your authentic self.
Yeah. It also takes a lot of courage to be on the other side of that too. So those folks who are living trans or who are like those kinds of things, I don't think anybody, I don't think anybody wakes up and go, oh, I'm gonna play like a girl today. Nobody actually, because it takes so much. So, and being in the makeup world, I've taught a lot of people how to put on makeup to soften their face. As a makeup person, as somebody who works in cosmetic retail, I've dealt with a lot of transgender folks, both sides. So like male to female, female to male. So I have a love and an understanding for all of the stuff that they go through. I don't feel like I'm transgender, even though I think I probably should have been a man in my former life. But I have lots of men tendencies. But I don't ever wish to not be female, even though if I could like blink my eyes and have a penis for a couple hours, I
would do that like for like one day.
Yeah,
I'm fucking everything.
I'm asking everybody, can I put the tip in?
Yes.
The whole
just
time.
A little bit.
Can I put the tip in just a little bit? Just a little bit. Let me put the tip in.
I just need one day because I think I'd be.
Let me just put the tip
hours.
In.
What time you starting? Like 3 a.m.
Midnight to midnight. What you talking about, Willis? I want to wake up like, whoa! And then
I do want to wake up with morning wood. Like, what is that?
Morning wood? Like, look at this.
What is that like? I would just
6 months?
No, I don't.
I don't want to be 6 months.
You know how many children I would have on here for 6 months, baby?
Who said you would have so much? You got to mature.
That's true.
Yeah, because you're the age that you are, so that age it decreases.
I'm the age.
Why you make? See, here you go with that.
Why you?
Here you go with that.
I'm a
here you go
young
with
man.
that.
No.
I'm a young man.
I'm saying you're.
I want to be an adolescent young man who walks around trying to get ladies.
I don't want to be adolescent. Like, give me early 20s, young man.
25. 25.
19?
20-ish.
19?
Maybe 22. 22.
19? I don't want to be a teenager.
Fresh in college. Like a freshman in college.
You real dumb.
But I want to be.
You real dumb.
25-ish?
We don't want to be putting ourselves too much at risk. 22.
The fact that I have a penis would be the risk all I need.
Yeah.
Because I would be trying to stick everything. I'd be going after I'd be going after apple pie.
Like just anything.
No warm pie would be safe.
Yeah. You said
no.
No warm pie would be safe. Because I probably would have a type. Like, I don't know if I'm on everybody.
So we had, so last episode.
You know what? At this point, if I only had a day, I would be fucking whatever would let me.
No.
That would be my type.
Yeah, but because don't you think
my type would be desperate.
Don't you think that if
my type would be desperate.
Don't you think that if you don't have a type that you're not gonna get hard for just anything?
Girl, I got a day
to have a penis. Everything.
If I had a day to have a penis, I would have porn on deck. I'd be like, I only got 24 hours. I'm fucking everything.
I probably wouldn't even need the porn. Right? I don't even need the porn.
Well, I probably would be my own. I would be my own porn. Like, I got a dick.
Yeah. Because I would be hot. But I need to have a big dick, though. I want a big dick.
I definitely want a big dick. I don't, not too big.
Not too big.
I don't want a medium. Like,
I don't want medium. I don't want
a long pencil.
I don't want an extra body button.
Girl,
I just want,
because it didn't touch any balls.
The pencils, I feel sorry for them, and just you give them.
Listen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're getting off topic as we.
Oh my God! Here we go, and then we got another person dragging us tail.
So, listen, I want to talk about first impressions before we get into our future topic.
That's a good one.
So, Kelly and I have.
I knew you was
had the same conversation we've been friends since 2010. And so we both worked at the same workplace. I remember seeing her on the elevator one day, right? And so
I knew she was going to use me. I knew it.
She said whenever she saw me get on the elevator, she was just like, this little bitch thinks she's cute.
No, she would give me the
because
you know what I'm talking about? Exactly. So I'm
like, the smirk.
No, it wasn't a smirk.
It was that.
But that's my smile to be like, hello.
Girl, there ain't nobody smile.
Absolutely is not welcoming. That doesn't scream, hey,
but listen,
your friend.
And she told me the other day that the reason why the homeless people come up and talk to me is because I look too open.
Yeah, she do.
I have heard I was too nice.
You are.
But you were not friendly.
You are.
You were not.
She got RBF.
She wasn't.
Yes,
she does. But she and the side eye was like.
And her side eye game is vicious.
It is.
Out of nowhere.
It was not welcome.
Listen, I grew up in Southeast, right?
Don't blame it on Southeast.
Don't blame it on your
I am because we are a different breed. And walking down the street, I was taught not to be so friendly and open because it welcomes attention that you might not want, right?
Ma'am.
So I don't do it on purpose. So like I don't walk down the street like
any black woman is my ally.
Yes, until you're not.
And then you become like a oh, okay.
But she didn't even give me a chance.
That's not true.
She didn't give me a chance.
That's not true.
No, you didn't. You gave me
true.
No, ma'am.
That's not true.
It is true.
So listen. So we eventually started talking in a workout group, exercise class.
Oh, we know that was short-lived.
It was.
No, that was short-lived.
So me and Kelly couldn't get through. We couldn't get through the whole.
This was like you walked for how long?
We couldn't get through the.
Bitch, you alive?
She would have gave up.
See how listen? They always ganging up on me. So we couldn't get through the whole exercise, right? So me and her just in the back of the class, just running out. We talk about cupcakes. I don't even know who mentioned cupcakes first.
How you in exercise class talking about cupcakes?
Listen, because first of all, we was chunky at that point. We were.
I was depressed. I was heavily depressed because I was working from home for like 4 years, and they made me come back in 2010. So
I was just fat.
I was like heavily depressed. Like
I feel like you're using that as an excuse to be fat.
So we were talking about
fat because I like to eat
cupcakes. Because
I like cupcakes.
Everybody that knows me knows how much I love cupcakes, right? So we were talking about where the best cupcakes were.
That was the fattest shit in the workout class.
We in the back of the class bonding over that. So then we see each other one day on the elevator again. So I think at this time I had a wig on her. I think the little mom. No, it wasn't. It was a little. No. That was later on. That was later on because you asked me. You was like, your wig is cute, and I was like, thank you. So we started talking a little more every time we saw each other, right? And so
you should have been like, how you know it's a wig? Bitch, is my hair. How you know it's a wig?
So listen, I got plenty of wig stories. So remember that time? So one time, stop it. So one time
that wig was ugly though.
Was the wig ugly? So fell down.
It was ugly. It was horrible.
It was boy cut, right? But it was sitting high.
Oh, it was like a planter. Like the braid wigs that be sitting up like pineapple.
So look, I told Kelly I went back to the beauty supply to take another wig back, but it was
they wouldn't let you take it back.
It was ugly. It was so ugly.
Not the one I had on. The one that I had on looked crazy.
Why would you leave the house with it like that?
I didn't think it looked crazy, right? Until Kelly said, I mean, I wasn't saying nothing. I was like, it's so I put this Lord.
She was trying to fix it. I'm like, you can't.
You were at work.
It was a weekend at the, I don't know.
We were going to the mall.
Waldorf? That wig was ugly, y'all. That wig was.
Stop with one of those little razors, right? we in the truck. And I was trying to.
There was no saving that wig. Razor comb.
Take off layers and layers. Anyway,
because it was.
What?
The purpose of the segment is I'm talking about first impressions. It took me and Kelly a minute because she ain't like
she ain't like your wig.
No, that was the wig came later.
Oh, God.
Like how
she was nasty.
at her.
It wasn't a smirk. It was a side eye.
She's probably
so
looking
I asked her one day.
That's exactly what it
was.
was.
I don't know what you be having in your mind. You probably look at her like.
She did. I'm like,
because that's how you look at people.
Kelly does the same thing.
No, I don't.
No,
I'm not welcoming.
No, listen, no.
I am very nice.
No. Sometimes
I am very nice.
Sometimes, like in the beginning, you was when I walk on the elevator, you would be like,
because I'm a Pisces and I mirror what I get back.
But
so she was like,
my expression.
So that's what you gonna get in return.
This is what you and y'all know this about me. My expression does not mean
you now.
That's what I'm.
Girl, you been walking down the street like I wish you would.
I know, but we was on the.
You walking like I wish you would. I will cut you.
But my expression is like a mask because when you start talking to me, I'm like really cool.
He love that baby.
Anyway, so Michelle, I want to ask you your impression of me.
Did she do you like
first impression?
No, because my first impression, picture it. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna walk away now so we were coming over here.
No, that wasn't the first time I met you. The first time I met you was at his birthday dinner at Carolina Kitchen.
Oh, when I acted up. When I was acting up because Jamise didn't get her meal.
But I didn't think that was acting up.
Well, he said it was. He didn't want to know why I was acting like that.
But see, when I walked in, right, so this is my first impression, right? So I walk in. They have their own set of high school friends who have like their family, right? So I was growing up with me and James. He would always be like my Ellington crew. Oh. So I knew when I went to the dinner, he told me like his Ellington crew was going to be there. So me and my niece went together that day. I walk in, but my attention is my brother, right? So I'm like, hey, Michelle was sitting at the table. and another one of who is now a good friend, because I look at her as family too. They were looking at me like,
who we talking about was the other one?
Yvette.
Oh, yeah. So
what was your first impression?
One, did she give you the stank face?
I did not. I said hello, and I said
damn.
So I'm used to, like, but so it's different.
Hello.
Hi.
I mean,
hi.
See,
how you doing?
Hey, I'm Callie.
How you doing? What else?
But I'm not really.
What else?
See what I'm saying? It's always that side eye.
It was like, I'm used to this side. So first of all,
I don't do it on purpose.
First of all, when all of us Ellington people get together, anybody who's outside of Ellington always gets a side eye. So we're used to it. So I don't think nothing of it. Because they're like, oh, who the fuck are you? Like, who are you? And of course, we kind of like, we've had friendships that are over 30 years long, right? So we know your mom and them. We know all your children. We know your ex-husbands and ex-wives and all the other like stuff. So we're like, who the fuck is this? So when she comes in, James was like, this is my sister Kelly. I was like,
did you
got
know
one
about
sister?
her?
No. So she's like, you got one sister. Her name is Karen. So I don't know. I don't know this person. But, we always call everybody like sister, brother. So, like, whatever. Nice to meet you. She's like, hey. So she said there. And then next to me, so all of us,
but
this
Troy
one
knew me.
don't never get nowhere on time. So we was all sitting down and already ordered our dinner. So she never nowhere on time. So they sitting way down on the other end. And, it was our baby girl's birthday. And she's sitting across the table, and as people are coming in, and she the only one ain't got no food. And so I called the waitress over, like, it's her birthday, she ain't got no food. Oh, well, we put it in, whatever. It's her birthday. Everyone at the table got food. She has no food.
Wait a minute, that wasn't James's birthday?
No, it was Jamisa's birthday. So the final straw was this is the last time we've eaten there too. The final straw was one of my good girlfriends, her husband, ordered a rack of ribs. He went to cut his ribs, and there was a sticker that said $2.99 on it.
I remember
on his ribs.
I remember that.
Also, I showed my whole natural ass because I know I'm gonna I worked for 15 minutes. I worked for him when I was like 17 years old, when he had the first one downtown Silver Spring. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. I need to see your manager because you stupid. So let me see your manager. And so the manager came, and I was like, I know you think we're going to be trying to get stuff free. I'm not trying to get nothing free. This is her birthday. Why is she the last one to eat at the table? She's a child. So the children should eat first. Well, the food came out early. So here's what I would be thinking. I would bring the food out after everyone has their food, because you have warmers back there.
Yeah.
Like, you don't serve half the party. Now, this heifer was a whole 35 minutes late. You make them eat. But we all ordered at the same. They made us wait so long. We were starving. And but so many of them corn muffins I will eat before I catch an attitude.
But we getting on topic.
Anyway, so I don't remember anything other than, oh, okay, that's her. Because I was hot. And then the rest of the time, he kept telling me, why you always act like this when we go out?
So look. So that dinner was if that was Jamisa's birthday dinner, I thought it was James'.
No, it was.
But if it was Jamisa's, that was in July. So that means that
you were going to Jamaica or something in September. Because it was around the time when I had the Lexus, and your mother was like, mother pulled me aside. I was like, you let him drive your Lexus.
We were going to Deep Creek. We weren't going out of town. We were going to Deep Creek.
That's when you really?
Yeah. So, but that was, if that was Jamisa's birthday, then that was like a month after me and D-Man came up to the campsite at Watkins Park. And it was me, you, Jamise, Lord James, Rashad, and Yvette and Troy.
Yeah.
So Troy and Rashad was there first, and then Yvette came. So this was my first time meeting Yvette, right? And so I love her right now, now years later. But back then, when I first met her, she was like, I said, I was saying, my brother. And she was like, I don't know you. And I said, I know him since kindergarten. And she was like,
so
you've known him, but
I don't.
So it was like, and I was sitting back like,
but
who the fuck is she talking to, right? So,
in full defense, we are all very, very protective of our friends.
Yes, but my thing was, I didn't know him since kindergarten, and I know he talks about me, right? But meeting, and I've always heard about them. I was excited. So when she pulled up, and I'm like, she was just like, huh? So fast forward the following month for Janice's birthday at Carolina Kitchen, we walk in and I see her, and I was like,
hey. And she was like, hey.
You know, like, and then I see Michelle, which I didn't know that you and Michelle were dating in a relationship or anything. Right?
Oh, that was fun.
So I see Michelle.
Wait, is that when you said
that was the next time when she told all the business.
That was the following. All the business. Right. So seeing Michelle, and then
she became my homegirl.
And Michelle, right? So I'm like in my head walking in, like, oh shit. Like now I got two that's probably gonna try me because they not really feeling me because I've known him longer. So this is all that's in my head, right? So, but you didn't really engage with me. Like I spoke to you, me and Denise took pictures. And, it was Denise's birthday.
It was.
Denise took pictures.
Like it was so many of us. And what happens is when all of us get together, we kind of ignore the people that don't
belong. That belong.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. She said that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
We don't belong.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I did not say that.
The tribe for the kindergarten tribe and beyond. Point blank.
I did not say that. What I'm saying is, we don't see each other that often. So when we get together, we try to catch up with everybody, and it's like a big old thing. So it's like, oh, hey, how you doing? So it's a thing. Anyway, Anywho,
my reaction and my impression.
My first impression of Kelly was, oh, that's one of his friends, and that was the end of it. Now she probably had a whole soliloquy, but I didn't. But what is hilarious was when we actually came here for the first time.
Yeah, that was a month later. It may have not even been a month. It
was a couple weeks. It was not far.
Yeah, because we did go to Deep Creek in July.
So it wasn't that far. So we come in and James go, I need to go to my sister's house and pick up the keys so I can feed the animals. Because, she's always had Wild Kingdom. So, and so he's like, let's ride over there. So I go over with him. We in the Lexus. We go come over here.
I still don't know because, again, my Ellington crew, Michelle, she went to Ellington with me. So in my head, Ellington, the crew not.
So this one goes to the bathroom and then goes outside to smoke. And we sitting up here shooting the breeze. And she goes, did I tell you about the time that James brought this lady over here and left her on New Year's?
No,
was that the married lady?
I didn't say. Did I tell you about the time? I said, because I didn't know that they were together.
Oh, no, that's not what you said. You said, don't be having nobody up in my bed like you did New Year's. Exactly. That's what she said. Exactly. And I said, New Year's, tell me about it. And so she sat down, disappeared.
Told all of it.
I told everything. Because again, he didn't say, sister, this is my girlfriend.
But wouldn't you think like maybe I should tell all the business?
Absolutely not.
No, because
and I sat there like, tell me more.
Ellington
crew.
Say what now?
Yeah.
Who else?
And that's what she was saying. And I was keying and letting this.
And he was quiet as church mouse. And she never picked up. He disappeared. He didn't come back. He come back in the house and hollered. He came back and like, you ready to go? He didn't even come back in the house.
So he texted me though. And then when he said, I said, oh my God, I didn't know.
So the next time I saw her, she apologized for like 45 minutes. I was like, girl.
She done told all the damn things.
Girl.
She could have been on Snap.
I know. I was like, I'm so sorry.
I wasn't on Snap. I was like, oh, this is what we do.
I said, I want to take the time to apologize because I did not know. He did not tell me. And normally he tells me, but I think because I was digging so far in and saying, don't you bring nobody else over here.
She said, don't bring nobody and leave him here in my house. And then we talked about the lady he brought over here that stole your baby shoes. Yeah. Child, you had okay. Anywho, so those are.
Rundown.
Oh my God, here we go. That was a whole rabbit hole. First impressions. All right, boom.
So the first impression segment was to lead us into our first impression of reviewing the video.
Oh no, we've had the crazy ass news.
We get the crazy ass news after.
Okay, great. We probably not gonna have no time after because we're gonna go into this video. Yeah. So we're talking about the video from that particular podcast, My Future Wifey. I want to first off say I was going in last episode, I hadn't watched the whole thing. It was my impression of it, and my impression was this broad. This dude is horrible. He's still horrible, but I think the way it was framed and how they clipped it sensationalized the clip. So and it took out of context what they were trying to say. It's still messed up, but it took out of context what he was trying to say. It came from a place, in my opinion, of like arrogance. Here I am now. Look where I've come from. But it also was irresponsible because, using like church hurt and like weaponizing religion and politicizing marriage and putting it in a way in which we're not celebrating healthy marriage. We're celebrating just getting married. Well, shit, anybody can get married. I can buy a man from Cambodia and send him over here and he be my husband. Fuck that mean? Like you want to have like a healthy relationship with your other half, whether they are male, female, same sex, whatever. And that should be what we celebrate is healthy relationships, not celebrating and making plain and giving Negrodactyls an actual way of getting out of being in trouble for cheating and lying and manipulating and abusing.
When he got out of jail, he's ready to marry.
He got out of jail. He was already married. They was already married.
Oh, was he?
He was in jail. He was philandering because she got pregnant, and that's why they got married. So it's so problematic. So now you are. She was like 19, and he was something. I don't.
So they started messing with each other when she was 17.
She was 19 when they got married.
They met. Oh, okay. Because the other girl.
So when they first started dating,
gave her his number. Some girl he was with gave her his number and was like, basically gave her the rundown. And she still, because I guess he cheated on her, the girl prior, and she was trying to tell her.
Well, there was so many red flags in this whole situation, but at the end of the day,
red flag.
But he's a whole red flag. But hey, they're happily married now. He has washed her feet in front of the church and done all kinds of things to repent.
It's very performative.
So I want to say I don't know about what they got going in their life because he seems like he love her now, But again, I don't. I'm not in the house.
You didn't even like her at first.
But I mean, for you, but what I actually liked about the rest of the conversation that we heard was how he was. The problem was he quoted scripture every third word, so you couldn't get anything out of his own head. He was just quoting the Bible all day long and moving and twisting things. But at the end of the day, he was talking about how their church, they advise people on probably getting married, staying together. They have counseling. They have a divorce ministry because God hates divorce, but doesn't hate the people who get divorced. Yeah. But you perverse the hell out of everything from the intention. And so, at the end of the day, it was irresponsible for them to get up on that podcast. It was more responsible for that podcaster to get up there and allow them and not frame it and not to say trigger warning. We're talking about abuse, trigger warning. Yeah. This is religious abuse. This is emotional abuse. This is physical abuse. This is, whatever other thing he had going on.
But he
didn't until he was called to the carpet.
He didn't see it as problematic. He didn't see it. All he saw was, I'm going to get all these clicks and views and all this feedback.
The podcaster.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think
negative or positive. Like, what they say.
All advertisements, good advertisement.
Yes.
So I don't think the couple knew what this was going to do. They were trying to promote their book, how they struggled through their their marriage in the first years, and how they healed their marriage through Jesus, and she found her Lord and all this other kind of stuff. She should have found a bat.
But
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like Reggie, then she was like, I liked his name. Was he said, was she your type? He was like, no. And then we
talked about that last week.
He asked her the same thing, and she was like, yes. And he was like, well, what did you like about him? And she was like, I liked his name. Like, his name is Reggie.
Like I was trying to get this one to give me physical attributes you enjoy, and she talking about his personality. No, you're not listening.
No, but when you start asking the question, we were like just getting into the conversation, and so everything. So my mind was moving so fast. I was just like shouting out everything that came to me, and I had to like mentally categorize the different attributes that we was talking about. I eventually got it. I broke it down to the physical.
She didn't give one attribute.
But I will say on the follow-up video, I think everyone did figure out that they should have held themselves more accountable than what they did on the actual episode.
But Reverend Reggie kept quoting that daggone Bible though.
I mean,
the whole time,
scriptures ready for everything, scenario,
and every question.
And like we don't know, he could have been at after that first.
Well, I live the word now. Is that what you do?
Went back and started writing down the different scripture quotes.
He probably
had to. In his mind, he probably like, oh, they probably gonna hit me with this. They probably gonna hit me with that.
But he justified every action with.
But the therapist,
it wasn't a justification; it was an excuse. Yeah. So let's give him that. He didn't justify it. Well, God said when you become a man, you put down childish things, and I wasn't a man yet.
And then he talking about his sin. And so So when I was watching the follow-up video, and Dr. Martin, the therapist, she was throwing every question.
Held their feet to the fire.
She definitely.
Yeah. However, at some point though, I felt in the middle of like the pastor's wife Kelly, crazy that her name is our name. Yeah. That she wasn't hearing her. The therapist.
She started hearing towards the end. Towards the end, she started hearing. She's like, "You're right."
Throughout the front, the beginning, and the middle, because I was just like, "Wait a minute, that's not what she's saying." Like I was on her side, like that ain't what she said. Like again, you're making it personal. You're here as a professional, so you should not be making it personal. And she kept going back to that. Well, personally, I feel personally, I thought
the whole topic and the way they presented in the first video was like.
The whole topic is
cringy. Very polarizing.
But they said the therapist and the podcaster, what's his name? Laverius? Look.
No, he has a scamming ass name.
What's his name? Latarius.
He sounds like a scammer.
So they both said, well, when you were on the episode, you were laughing, like you were joking, like it was something funny. And they were like, no, we're at a point now. After 30 years, we've healed from it. So we're talking about it, and some of the stuff, like we're laughing, like, can you believe, like we did this, right?
But they didn't frame it that way.
It was
and that's what the doctor said.
It wasn't perceived that way.
You didn't say that. So
if you were really apologetic and really trying to do that, the conversation would have been, look, this is not right. This is not the way it should be. This is what we do. This is what I did, but this is how it happened. That conversation never happened. He just started quoting scripture and talking about his BS.
But I also think that so what's his name?
Latarius.
That's his podcast, right? So he should have been the one with the follow-up questions, because these are guests on his show. They may not even be thinking in that. So they like they said, we are healed from it. So we're not even thinking about it in the sense of this might really affect or trigger somebody. So we apologize for that. We were coming, but his questions could have aided in
her condescending ass. So at some point, we have to be responsible for what we leave behind, right? Mm-hmm. And so whatever snippet you allow to happen, when she was like, well, that's why they're not married, it makes it seem like because you're not tolerating adultery or you're not tolerating abuse, that's why you're not married. That's so you should take that.
That's exactly how she framed it.
Yeah.
And that might not have been what she meant.
Check her. He should have said, so are you saying that women should accept this type of behavior if they want
he didn't give a damn. No, he wanted to finish the interview. And then he realized after everything was over, oh shit, this is about to be a problem. Yeah. And so then they came back when all the people on the TikTok got on there and was like talking about it. And then he was saying that he didn't do that clip. Somebody else got the clip. Well, guess what? It's your fault because it's your podcast.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have been able to be clipped that way.
Right.
It shouldn't have been said that way or been able to be framed that way or been able to be clipped that way. There should have been something else that you could have been like, hey, this is what's going on. But you didn't.
Access to for them.
But then when he said, I mean, anybody can do it. Over preference. And, that made me sick. He was like, and the host was like, oh, I did an episode called Purpose Over Purpose. So again, you are co-signing this bullshit.
So what you trying to say is if the one-armed man, the one-leg man, they are reverent and you want to be a first lady, you should follow the purpose over preference. Even though I like my man to have 2 legs.
Basically.
I mean,
I don't like you. I don't like what you look like. I don't like anything about you, but I
like that you about to be a reverend. I want to be first lady.
So I'm going to accept all that.
I'm going to accept all that.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you'll never be happy. You'll never be satisfied.
I will, because what I'm going to be is a busy first lady. I'm going to be all up in everybody's stuff. I'm going to be all, and that's what I'm going to do.
And that's you're counseling other women.
That's not happy within you.
Yeah. Well, she was never happy.
She wasn't happy.
She moved from a place of
I can't
low self-esteem, and this is as good as I'm going to get. This is the only man that I'm going to get, even though you didn't have him because he had other women. And she said, I got to do these things. Like, I got to iron your clothes to get you ready for your weekend with your whomever. And
because
so
my man not going to go out
on Monday. But that's okay.
Come back to me broke, busted, and disgusted on Monday.
Out. Like, you've been out. What?
You ain't got time to.
But that was before he found the Lord.
But
he's now he's delivered.
He's delivered. He's been delivered.
Yes.
Delivered. Okay, so we can go on and on.
But I'm just saying I feel like they promoted that, like you it's okay to be abused.
But here's the thing. There have been so many spin-off conversations and videos about like really celebrating this brokenness in that family relationship and how God graced Kelly to help her husband cheat. What?
No. Yes, because she has grace. She gave him grace.
Because she gave him grace.
Yeah.
You repeatedly cheat on me over and over and over again. I got grace for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in jail.
But she did admit
I'm gonna be in prison probably, but I don't want to put myself in that position.
But she came and spoke out and said, that was me coming from a place of being traumatized as a child. So not giving an excuse.
It wasn't an excuse. And again, here you go. You are in a place where you are leading worshipers.
Right.
Yes.
You are responsible for the souls that are in your care,
right,
that come to you. You are responsible for that.
And so, and the therapist touched on that, and so she said, "No, I don't condone it. I don't."
Do you? Because you did on this,
and I feel like the follow up was only because of the backlash.
Absolutely.
Like I think if this would have been, nobody would have saw it, right? Or nobody. All the negative responses.
But we're talking about the clip and not the actual whole video, because
the whole video, when I watch it, I'm like, it's not as bad as the clip made it,
right?
But it's still cringy.
It's still
cringy. But I could, as an adult, as someone who's gone through like numerous relationships, gone through all kinds of things, I could see her point of view. I can read through the stuff, but somebody who can't read through the stuff, you are responsible for the information you promote, right? So anyway, and they try to get people to read their book. First of all, they told me get it from our website, so they're gonna probably spam the hell out of you if you order this book.
They'll be sending you everything. So, but the good thing is that they did the follow up. They did take accountability. They did say that we should have given trigger warnings. We should have made it clear that this is what we did, but we do not, absolutely not promote that you do the same. Of course, their publicist probably told them that they needed to create that video just to backtrack what was initially
because it's actually socially irresponsible.
Yeah,
it is.
For you to be able to have something that be clipped in a way in which some young girl will be that will be used. Well, you don't love God if you don't let me do this, or whatever. Somebody would twist for whatever reason. It's disgusting how many people will various religions will perverse the word in a way in which it becomes a tool
instead of
for manipulation instead of a tool for uplifting.
Yeah.
And to bring, like, there should be more conversation about how God is love and how God loves us when we love each other, not God hates this thing, that thing, next thing. When you start putting yourself in a box, then you figure like, well, I'm going to hell anyway. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. So, like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's crazy.
It makes me sick the way people do that.
So
tell us what you think. I'm backtracking some of the things I said. It's still cringy, but watching the whole thing, it gives me a different perspective. I enjoyed watching it, but I also am a mature person who can treat everything like at the grocery store. Take what you need, leave what you don't.
Yeah.
I don't pick up everything. But somebody looking to pick that up, that could be a thing. So, let us know what you think.
Comment
below.
Let us know if you actually watched the whole video.
Yeah.
The original video and then their follow-up to that video. And just let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. I've gone down a rabbit hole of all kinds of things. I put this, my dear husband said to me that that reminded him of the Tonight's Conversation podcast. And how it totes itself as something that's helpful, but it's literally sheerly for entertainment.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so this was not really helpful; it was more entertainment.
But a lot of people wouldn't take it as that.
Well, yeah, that too, especially for preachers.
Like you get up there and you dispense all this relationship advice, and you're not even in a relationship, or you're, you know what I'm saying? Like you.
Yeah, Tonight's Conversation is dangerous because none of them. The only one is married is Kitty, and apparently. That's weird. So, I unsubscribed to everything. I don't need one dribble on my head. So I unsubscribed to all that stuff. And like I can fill my head with all kind of BS. I don't need that.
Yeah.
Because it's
harmful.
It is harmful and it's divisive and it's definitely men against women. And then you got these men that are like not really believing what they're talking about, getting up on a podcast and talking about it till they get paid. But then you treat your colleagues
like shit.
Like, no, I can't support that.
Yeah.
So, again, it's the internet is exactly what it is. It is the new bathroom wall, right? So, like the internet, anybody can pick anything up and put it on and say it's real.
I want to go back to the days where we did not have the internet.
No, I don't want to do that.
Though. I do just for us to like regroup.
I don't want to have to go to car catalog.
I don't even remember how to do that. Yeah,
I don't want to have to know to do that specific.
The big phone books that came to your house.
Girl.
Right, we're about to go down the rabbit hole. Anyway, hit us below, comment below, let us know what you think. So crazy.
Okay, so leaving on something light. My dear sister here found a video.
Because we send each other reels like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And then I be looking, I'll say, oh, they didn't send me like 30 videos. I ain't even watched these yet. And then I'll send
all night
30 more.
And we be sending all kind of stuff. Gorillas humping the wall, all kinds of stuff. So there's a snippet circulating on the socials about there's this podcast that they have people call in and they talk about what type of person they're looking for. I can't remember the name of the podcast. We'll figure it out and put it down below at some point. But there was this one about this lady. She has been paralyzed for 33 years. She's looking for a new man.
From the neck down.
From the neck down. No, she was wiggling her arm real good. So
waist down.
I don't know. So she says, order 2 minutes of fuckery. So we on the beginning, she's like, it's just fuckery. So she's like, I'm laying down because I'm set up for the day. And I can't. I'm only supposed to sit up. My doctor say I'm only supposed to sit up for a little bit of time. I'm paralyzed, and my man needs to make as much as I make, at least 150 to 200K. What the fuck are you doing? You've been paralyzed for 33 years. What the fuck are you making $150,000 for? I need to know what that is? I got 2 legs, 2 arms. I would love to know what the fuck it is you're doing from your bed.
I would like to.
She works doing what?
Yeah.
Please tell me.
It is, it's working. If you're making that kind of money.
Are you selling things on the internet?
Well, what? I mean,
Are you
selling something?
And she said, I don't stink. I can go to the bathroom. I can tell when I go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
and I'm
like,
chair
don't stink.
My chair don't stink. I smell like I wear.
Are you having sex in your wheelchair?
Yeah, sometimes, and then sometimes on the ground. But we got to put on
hold on,
like dirt.
Hold on.
Well, what kind of sex
Time out. What kind of man be like, I'm about to wheel my boo into this park. We about to fuck on this ground
at the school.
At the schoolhouse, y'all.
Because you know when them principals rewinded that tape when they came in Monday morning,
they was getting on too.
That's
what kind of sex are you having? Because I'm confused.
If she said she squirt,
I know, but it's not pee.
Sure. How you know?
It's not pee. But that's what she said because it's clean.
Like I got questions. Like what? I want to know
questions.
what her.
What is your dating profile? Okay, so I went out on.
Buying this.
I went out on a date with a guy in a wheelchair when I was.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at this.
I am.
Wheelchair.
He was. Shut up.
Sorry.
Shut up.
I'm so sorry.
Judge me because I was drunk when I actually accepted the date. And I went back and I had to read the comments and I was like,
you have to push the wheelchair?
No, it was a very nice.
Was it like a hover round? Like they be driving on the street?
Did you?
I'm sorry.
Did you pick him up or you didn't get in your car? Or you met him there?
He drove his wheelchair to the place.
You had to pull his wheelchair out the trunk for him.
I hate these hoes.
I never brought this story.
I got questions.
I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you.
But how he get there though?
He had his own ride.
Oh, he had one of those cars that was like equipped.
I think he uses Metro Access.
He roll up into the
a very nice guy. He was very, very nice.
He Metro Access to the gate.
He was